Mazel tov. Before I get too far, I should probably introduce myself to the room that doesn't know me. My name is Jeremy. I am David's best man today. As I'm not really a professional speechwriter, I kind of had to turn to the internet for a little bit of help in this area. And after a couple hours, I did find some really great stuff. And then I remembered I was supposed to be writing a speech, but I was really tired, so this is where we are now. Before I begin David's character assassination here, I would like to thank a few people though. First of all, a general thank you to everybody who came out today. It's really great to have such a great turnout for such a great occasion. And a special thank you to anybody who actually heard I was going to be doing a speech and still stayed anyway. I also want to thank the Justice of the Peace. Unfortunately, she's not here anymore, so I understand it. But without her today, we would just be a bunch of people in a room celebrating a bar. I do see a few people who have actually begun that so far. So I actually want to move on and say thank you very much to the families of the bride and groom for coming out today as well. I think it's safe to say that without your influence and understanding, this little family wouldn't be the strong, loving little unit that it is today. And not to be forgotten, of course, are the groomsmen and bridesmaids. You guys had a really hard, laborious job today, but you managed to do it with style and grace and looking absolutely fabulous. So bravo to you guys. Now, my lovely counterpart, the maid of honor, Miss Jenny Craig, whose lengthy speech took quite a while. Besides the bride, I think hers was probably the toughest job, tougher than mine actually. I only had to figure out how to get the strippers into the bachelor party. She actually had to keep the bride from becoming one of the bachelorettes. just kidding, just kidding. As far as you know. Which brings me to Gina, the maestro, the engineer, the architect of today. I know you all agree when I say she looks absolutely stunning sitting up there. In fact, you look gorgeous today and every day. And congratulations on such a fantastic day. I think everything turned out very well, all things considered. David and Gina, it's safe to say, are two of my very best friends. And to prove it, David bestowed upon me the great honor of standing up next to him today and making this speech tonight. So it's time to get down to the nitty-gritty, of course, of embarrassing that same man and his wife, who showed such great faith in my abilities as being best man, and yet such complete foolishness at letting me anywhere near a microphone to toast David. Similar, I'm sure, to anybody who's actually been asked to be a best man at a wedding before. I had a few issues with the term. I mean, if I'm the best man, what's he doing up there? But the truth is, David can be described as quite a charming, intelligent, entertaining, and... Sorry, David, I can't make that last word there. Your handwriting really sucks. As guys, I have to admit, we don't always say what we feel. My friendship with David definitely runs deeper than the pizza eating challenges, the pool table rivalries, the merciless homoerotic teasing. The fact is, I definitely look up to David, figuratively as well as obviously literally. He's really one of the funniest, smartest, nicest, and tallest guys I know, and his friendship's meant a lot to me over the years. And David, wow, you gotta admit, what a catch. I gotta tell you, the woman you have sitting beside you, no, the woman sitting beside you, that's Donald. Okay. Is someone who deserves a husband who will take care of her. She deserves a man who will love, protect, a man she can laugh with, live her life to the fullest with, and am I ever glad you got to her first. For any of you who don't know how this love story began, we saw a little snippet of it up on the video there. David and Gina met back in elementary school. David has always been the kind of guy who relentlessly sought out what he's interested in. Be it the best suit of armor in a role-playing game, the last nacho with cheese on the plate, or what have you. Which is why it only took him the better part of a decade to finally decide to pursue Gina. For her part, she'd recently sworn out command at the time, as I understand it, and that was a challenge that he apparently just couldn't say no to. That night, fateful night 5.5 years ago, like a bad case of genital herpes, David showed up, refused to leave, and they've been together ever since.
I did say my grandmother. Right there, right?
I'm going to put a little Gina's dirty on there.
You do know what next, right?
Most of you probably don't know this, but Gina was told at a very young age that there was a very small chance that she would actually ever have a child or children. So, as to not be considered a one-trick pony, David soon tackled that challenge as well. And now here with us today is the beautiful Genevieve, which everybody met a moment ago. I've done a lot of joking around up here tonight, but the truth is I'm very proud of you both. I'm more than honored to be your friend and your best man. A new chapter in the story of your life has started for you today, with many more to come. And everyone here today has come because they believe that this chapter is one that shouldn't be missed or skipped. I hope you know I'll always be there for anything that either of you need, even if it's just in the nick of time. And I'll help you flip the pages whenever required. There's a quote by Sam Keen, who's an American philosopher and professor, that I've always thought was something that speaks to any relationship or marriage. And Sam says, "You come to love not by finding the perfect person, but by seeing an imperfect person perfectly." So in honor of David's affinity for poker, I've penned a little something. So I'd like all of you to help me out here to raise a glass in honor of the newlyweds when I say, may your deck remain shuffled but neat. May you always remember that a full house will beat two of a kind. May you always believe your partner holds an ace up the sleeve. May you always be each other's king and queen of hearts. And always remember the Joker's wild. David and Gina.